I am in Marrakech in Morocco, and I'm staying at a really beautiful riad. I'll take some video when I get back of it, but I'm staying in the city center, which is basically the market square area. It's called the Medina, and the streets are kind of a labyrinth. This one is actually pretty wide, but they don't allow motor vehicles, obviously, because they wouldn't fit, but they do allow motorbikes. It's just very old school, and you have all the art and whatnot. And I just came through this little tunnel here, and my riad, or the hotel that I'm staying in, is through there, basically. But yeah, I am actually on the way to an ATM because Morocco is a very cash-based society and not much is card accessible, so got to do that. But there are several in the square itself, and the square is where things happen. So yeah, this part of the little labyrinth is pretty quiet. I mean, there are some shops, and if you go up from where I'm staying in the other direction, there are much more. But like, here's a little just convenience shop type of thing. It's just a road stop. Basically, they just sell drinks and candy and stuff. But yeah, it's a little difficult for walking around with a cane because you've got all this business, but you deal. So it works.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy day.
Thanks. And yeah, the random street kitties. Morocco. Hi, babies. Hi. What's he doing? This one's chilling out by a really pretty thing. I had a cat that looked a lot like this one when I lived in Fargo. His name was Loki. This one I'm pretty sure is not named Loki, but very sweet and pretty babies. And of course, they're very highly regarded here, so everybody takes care of the kitties. And they got the birds, and they got everything, but the architecture in this area is just beautiful. Morocco, or at least the central part of it, is known as the Pink City because I forget what it's made of, but I'm not sure if you can see the texture. Let me see if I can zoom so I can really get it there, but it's like a kind of stucco, and I know that's not the correct word, but it looks a bit like it. And it's pink because it comes from a thing that is pink. But it's very lovely, and the entire city center is surrounded by a wall, and this is just your typical hotel. They have hotels, and then they have what I'm in is called a riad, which is more like a traditional fancy house, but just that doorway is killer. And they're all like that too. It's insane. Just Islamic architecture and Arabic architecture is so beautiful to me. I don't know if saying Islamic there was the wrong term, because I don't know if this is actually Islamic or just more Arabic in tone, but it's still beautiful. And having a bit of culture shock from the weather, just because it's about 26 C and a little bit humid, and back home in Copenhagen it's -3. But yeah, I'm gonna stop this so I can find my way around a little bit and not die by motorbike, because they go through that fast and don't really stop. But yeah, I'll take more when I get to the actual square. I just wanted to throw this in. This is basically horse-drawn carriage lane. It's kind of in the middle of a park. Not really, but I mean, you can see it just stretches all the way down there. And this side of the road just cleared out. They were going in the opposite direction, and there's a few still standing down there, but I guess they're waiting to get enough riders to take off. But they all kind of leave around the same time. But these are really fancy carriages. Hold on, let me zoom in on these guys a little bit, because they're just beautiful. and I saw a couple guys taking a shoe off a horse on the other end, just with a hammer and a spike, and they knew what they were doing, because I mean the horse was fine, but it was just like such a, I don't know if that's how it's done in modern times or not, but it was fascinating to me, because I mean the horse was cool with it, and I suppose it didn't hurt them or anything, but I don't know how they do that, evidently. And the horses, they just leave them standing here, and they're so good. I mean, they're just trained to stay exactly where they are. And then when this line started moving, there are no humans around. All the horses just sort of started walking at the same time in the same direction. So that was kind of cool. It's a very popular mode of transport, basically for tourists, but I guess locals would do it too if they can get a good price. I don't know why they would, but I mean, if you feel like it, I guess go for it. I don't know if I'll be considering it, or I mean, I am sort of considering it, but I don't know. I guess I kind of feel like it's not the best thing for the horses. And here's some coming in. But yeah, that's really cool. Just really beautifully. Oh, there's some flowers on the back of that one. That's pretty. But yeah, I just wanted to throw this in because I think this is a really cool cultural thing they've got. I mean, I was expecting to see horse-drawn carriages, but I guess not a huge conglomerate of them. It looks like they're from some kind of company. I mean, I would imagine they're all the same color and whatnot, but it's pretty cool. And I'm babbling, so I'll shut up. Okay, so I'm in the infamous souk at Jama El Fana. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, it's just shops on shops on shops and people on people on people. But, yeah, there are many. It's a big labyrinth of streets, as I said before. But this is like one of the bigger streets, and it just goes down more shops, and then it goes that way, and it's just all more of the same. I mean, this guy's got some cool stuff I kind of want, but not gonna stop. And yeah, a lot of food vendors selling whatevers. Those are kind of pretty. Just little trinkets and things. There's actually a particular part of the market that I'm looking for because it's kind of divided into sections. And there's a part that's more for craftspeople, and it has a little bit more of a traditional vibe. This is more just tourist crap and locals trying to sell tourist crap. So it's not really that fun. Yeah, you gotta be careful because people come through with vehicles and stuff. But yeah, that's a bit of the chaos that is the Medina and the souk in Marrakech. And my autism is not doing well with this at all. I mean, I'm holding it together pretty okay, but this isn't something I want to experience on any type of regular basis. So definitely don't think I'm coming back. I'm gonna have to stop here and just see where the hell I am. Alright. I'll come back once I know where the heck I am. Okay, so I came to the part of the market that's a little bit more craftsperson oriented. It's definitely still overwhelming, and I'm not going to stay long because there's nowhere to just stand and rest. I mean, I'm standing at a shop, and I feel kind of bad for it because I've been here for like 5 minutes, but these people do wood crafting, and that's kind of awesome. The quality of the items in this part of the souk is much better. Some carpets, because carpets are a big thing. But, and then you've got some knitted stuff over there, and more carpets. I think that's jewelry, and they have some metal work. tin bowls and things, dishes, some spices further down. And yeah, I mean, it's very interesting and a lot of beautiful things, and I'd love to explore a little bit more, but it's just so many people and so much noise and chaos that I think I'm going to have to call it a day. I'm just way too overwhelmed. I am not a souk or market person at all. So I'm glad that I came to see it. I was actually going to try and meet a friend in here. She said she was going to come shopping with her fiance here today and that she'd message me, but it's like 4:30 and she hasn't. And I am not walking around the Medina after dark being blind. That's just not a thing I'm going to do. So I think I'm just going to head back to my Riyadh and maybe get some dinner on the way and have that be that. But thank you for coming to the souk with me. It's quite beautiful. You should definitely check it out if you're in Marrakech. But yeah, not so much my scene.